Okay, here's my Santa Labubu, and I'm going to show you how I line it up. And I use a SASD system. If you use manual, that's fine too. It's the same principle no matter what. With the Sassy trays, I am lining it up with my dots here, and I take my cookie and put it on my Sassy tray, and I line it up so that my Sassy tray and this are exact. And that's an easy way to size it. If you don't have a Sassy trays to size it, then I use these calipers. If I was going to do it manually, that's what I would do. I would measure the width and the height, and I would plug that in by double clicking on my character and going over here, and I would tell it the height, and I would tell it the width. I always take the lock aspect ratio off just so that I can hone in exactly what I want. Also, I crop it as close to possible as I can, because when you give it those exact measurements and size, it's going to look at that. So if your cropping on the outside is big, that's what's going to show up. So then from there, I go up under, I'm in Bartender, Print, and I change it to Fast Draft, Ink Saturation 10, and I do a test print. And when I do that, I do it on my Sassy tray, and it's a very light ink. And then I place my cookie over that. And then just to be sure, because I want it perfect, using an edible pen, I draw a line around it. And on the back, I use shelf liner so it doesn't slip and slide. So I line it up the best I can. And then I take this edible pen and I go all the way around it. And this is my test cookie, so forget all the bubbles. It was the very bottom of the dipping, and it was way too runny. But it didn't run over the edge, but it did have a lot of bubbles. And then I'm going to line it up exactly how I want it. Now, all of that being said, this is my third try with the test print. The first time, I hate to move it, but I'll show you. The first time I came close, but this was a little bit too fat, so I moved it in the image, and then I tilted it, and I'll show you what I mean about that. I tilted the image a little bit because there was a little bit too much white there, and there still is, and sometimes that's just because of cookie spread or whatever. But I'm pretty darn close right now, so I'm just going to line it up exactly with my red lines, and actually I usually do that on my carousel, or if you're going to do it on your manual tray, that's fine too, because sometimes it shifts. So I'm going to make sure that I got exactly where I want, and I got the red where I want, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's see what happens. So now we go back to the screen, and if I wanted to tilt that a little bit to the left, this is what I do, and I do it 1 degree at a time. So now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to tell it print, and I'm going to change it from Fast Draft to Quality 4. I always use Vivid Photo. This guy, I'm going to go 68 because of the red, and I could probably go lower, but I like mine bright. Print. Let's see what happens. And if you're using the Sassy trays, make sure they're tucked up close, because if it's like that, guess what? It's not going to be lined up. You got to make sure it's tucked in there. And to do my test prints on the Sassy trays, and these are the solid trays for Sassy, I put 2. I line them up 2. They're magnetic, so I line them up 2 together so that my Eddie will recognize it. And I just got finished doing like 36 turkeys this way, and I just printed 1 on each slot, and then I was able to go. All right, there you go. And I would say that's really close to what I want. I would probably see if I made this end any wider, then this part would be off. So probably if I turned it 1 more degree to the left, it would be exact. But that's close enough.